Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In the previous video, we have completed category part of Cafe Management System project. If you have not seen that video, just go to the description and check out the link. In this video, I'm going to write the code for product. So let us start with that. Let me open the VS Code and we have to move to the service folder and right click on this folder, open in integrated terminal, and then we have to write ng generate service and we have to write product and press enter. So it will generate a service for us. You can see service file has been created. So now we need to import URL equals to environment dot API URL, and in the constructor we need to import HTTP client. So here we also need to write HTTP client, and after that we have to create few methods. So add, so first will be add and we are going to get the data, and here we need to return this dot HTTP client dot, it will be the post method, and this dot URL will be there, and after that slash product slash add, and then we need to pass that data, and then we have to write here headers and new HTTP headers, this one dot set, and in this we need to pass content type, and then we have to pass application slash JSON, and then we need to save it. And after that, here we need to just copy this part of the code and paste it over here, and this will be for update actually. So it will be update, and the method tile will be patch, this one, and here we need to write update, and here we need to put this here also. And after the update we need to get get all the products. So for that, get products, and in this we just don't need to pass anything. So this dot HTTP client dot get, and this dot URL plus slash product slash get, and then we just need to, and few more methods we need to write. So let me copy this update one and let me paste it over here, and this will be for update status. So here we also need to change this to update status, and it will be a patch type. So it already having patch type. After that, the last one method we need to create is for delete actually. So in the delete we just need ID, so I'm going to write here ID, and this will be exactly same but only difference will be there. So let me copy this part and let me paste it over here, and in this we just don't need to pass the ID data over here. We just need to pass the whatever the ID is there, right? So this will be the path. In the path actually we are going to pass the ID, and here we just need to write delete and just save it. So you can see these 5 methods we have created in product actually, and after that we have to generate a component. So let me delete this one. Let me go to the material component, right click on this, open integrated terminal, and then we have to write ng generate component manage product and press enter. So it will generate a component for us. You can see a component has been created. So now we need to import this component in our material routing. So here we already have, so we have to just copy this line of the code and let's paste it over here. Let me put a comma over here, and here in the path we have to write product, and this we need to write a manage product component. You can see it imported from here, product component, and you can see this one is product route guard admin. Only admin will be accessible to this page, and after that just save it. And then we have to move to the shared, and in this we have to move to the menu item. Let me copy this one and let me paste it over here, and here we need to change this to product as per URL, and here we need to change it in the name product, and the icon we are going to use it for inventory tree underscore 2. Let me save this. Okay, here we also need to put comma, and let's save this now. If I go to see the UI, you can see the manage product is there, right? So if I go to navigate to this, you can see, okay, here you can see the icons, right? If you want to change those icons, so for that what we can do is material icon guide. Okay, and from here we can go to the material icons. You can see this website, right? From here you can select whatever the icon you want. So if you want to search for some icons, let's say home, so you can see the icon is there, right? So you just need to copy this home actually, and if you go to this one, you can see business. So from here you can copy as per your choice whatever the icon you want to change. So and you have to just change here the name. So according to that, that icon will be get changed from this icon. Okay, so after doing that, the next thing will be we have to move to the manage product. Over here we have to move to the ts file of this one, and then we have to write whatever the columns we want to display in the table. So for that we need to write here, so displayed columns, and it should be string array type and equals like this, and the field will be name, and the next will be category name, and then the next will be description. After that price. After price, the last will be edit, and after that here we have to write data source any and response message any. And then we also need to import few things in the constructor, as we need to use some of the services. So here first we need to import the product service, so product service, and here we need to import product service, this one. And after that private ngx service, and it should be ngx ui loader service, and after that private dialog mat dialog, this one, private snack bar service, and snack bar service, this one. And at last we need to import router, and router, this one we need to import, and we are going to import it from Angular route. Yeah, so after that we need to create few methods and all. So to load the table content or data, so table and data, we need to load those. Actually we also need to not like this, and this method we are going to call. So first we need to start the ngx service start, we need to display the loader, and then we need to call that table, particular table, and then we have to write here to get the data. So this dot product service dot get products, and here we need to write subscribe and response, and it should be of any. And here we need to write this dot ngx service dot stop, and then we have to write this dot data source, and in this we need to pass mat table data source. Okay, we need to import it from, okay, the first one. And response, we need to pass whatever we are going to get in the API. And if there is any error occur in that case, we need to also display. So here this .ngx service stop, and then we have to just write console.log. If you want to print the error in console, then we have to just write here error, and if error dot message, and here this response message is equals to error dot message. And in else condition, we need to write here this response message is equals to global constant, this one generic 0, and at last we need to display this start snack bar service open snack bar, and this response message and global constant error, this one. So whenever like this page is going to load, in that case we are going to load the data, and after that apply filter. So the code will be same for so what we are going to do is we are going to manage category, and from here we are going to copy this line of the apply filter code exactly same, and we are going to paste it over here. So this will be the same exactly. Okay, after that we have to move to the manage product component.ts html ts file actually. Okay, we already, okay, html file, sorry, my bad. So mat card, so b span, and here we need to show manage product, and after that here we need to write button mat flat button, this one, and the color primary, and the class we need to use so float right. So we also need to copy paste some css, so we are going to copy this one and we are going to paste it over here. From manage category css we have pasted it to manage product css. Okay, and after that whenever we are going to click on this button, so in that case we need to call handle add action, this method we need to call actually. So as of now we does not have any method with this name, so I'm going to create with this name, and you can see error has been removed. After that here we need to write add product, and after that if you want to format it, you can just need to click on format, and after that here we have to write hr and mat card, and here we need to write a mat form field, and appearance will be fill, and here we need to write mat label, and here we have to write filter, and here we need to write input mat input will be there, and whenever the key up we need to call that method, so apply filter, and in that we need to pass that event and hash input, and then we have to close this. And after the outside of this one we are going to write a hr, and then we have to write div, and the class we have to write a responsive table, this css, and after that here actually we need to create the table actually, so mat table, this one, and after that data source will be there, so data source and the class mat version dash jdate, and after that here we have to write ng dash container this one, and here we have to write mat column definition this one, and here we just need to pass the first one, that one is name. So here we are going to get it, so name. After that we have category, so we are going to follow that, and after that th, and here we need to write mat header cell and mat header cell def this one, and just delete this part, and here we just need to write name. Then we have to write here th mat cell, and after that mat cell def this one, and here we have to write let element, and here we need to display that, so element dot name. Okay, so now we are going to copy this part of the code for like 3 more times, so 1 2 3, and after that we are going to just rename it, so category name. So here we just need to change this place and this place, and here we just need to write category. We are going to remove the name actually, and here we just need to write category. After that the next will be description, so here we need to write here description, and they should be capital. And after description next will be for price, so let me copy that, price, sorry, my bad, price, and p should be capital. After that just save it, and after that here we have to create one more, so let me copy this part of the code and let me paste it over here again, and here we need to do some modifications, so this will be for edit, right? So here I'm going to write a edit, and here we have to write a action, and after that this part of the code we are going to delete it, not delete it actually, here we just need to delete this part only, and here we have to add class action link this one, and inside of this we are going to write the code for creating button, so mat icon button this one, and the color primary, and mat tooltip we need, so here we want to display edit, and in this case we are going to call a method, so handle edit action, and whatever the element is there, so we have to just pass that, so element, and inside that actually mat icon, and the name of that will be edit. So here you can see it's giving us error because we does not have any method with this name, so I'm going to create it one over here, and this will accept values, and it should be any type, and okay, it's giving us some kind of error element, okay, its element is there, okay, my bad, the spelling mistake is there, so write element, so you can see error has been removed. So in the same way we have to just copy this part of the code and let me paste it one over here, and the next will be for delete actually, so delete, and here we want to write here delete, and here we just need to write handle delete action, so you can see it's giving us error because we does not have any method till now, so values any, And after that the next will be for like it's a mat slide toggle button actually. So we have to write here mat slide toggle, and whenever we're going to change and on change we are going to call a method. So the method will be like in that we are going to pass the value like true or false. So from that we are going to pick it from event and checked and element dot id and mat tooltip. Here we want to write activate or deactivate product. We want to display this, and here we need to write checked and element start status. We are going to get it from the backend, so we want to put that in this one. Let me format this so you are able to see the complete line at once. You can see it's giving us error because we did not have any method with this name. So let me paste it over here. So status any and id any type, and okay, you can see error has been removed. So after this, outside of ng container and inside of this table we have to write few lines of the code more. So tr and mat header raw star mat header cell definition, this one, and here we need to write display. Actually we need to write this one, display columns, and let me paste it over here, columns, and after that a sticky, and it should be of true, and then we have to write tr again and mat raw and star mat raw definition, this one, and let row columns, and we want to display columns and save it. So once you save it and it will build successfully, when we move to the UI you can see what we are able to see. You can see like this, it's visible. Okay, it's there is some bug I think, because it does not have what we are expecting. So there must be some bugs. Let me check it out what we did wrong over here. So here we need to change two changes we need to do. So here first we need to write here mat header raw diff, this one. Okay, after that if you move over here you can see this one is th and this one should be td. So that's a mistake over here, so let me change it at this places, as we did copy paste. So that's the reason, as this places we also done the mistake. Okay, so let me change it also over here at this place, also this place, and here also, and at last we not need to change. Let me save this, let me move out over here, and here you can see it's look nice now. So you can see name, category, description, price, action, and you can see the buttons activate, deactivate, edit, and all these things. You can see add product button is also there. If you want to filter anything, so it will also working as fine expected. So after you can see table has been created, now we have to generate a component or dialog, you can say. So right click on this dialog folder and open in integrated terminal and ng generate component, and it should be product, and just press enter. So after that it will generate, you can see a full this one folder has been created with the product name. You can see file inside of that, and we have to move to the component.ts file of that one, and on add product new event emitter, this one, and okay, we does not need to import it from here, so let me delete this one, And after that, here we need to write on edit product new event. And after that, here we need to create a product form. So product form name will be that of that, so it should be of any, and form group this one, and dialog action will be of also any type, and this we are going to pass add value and action. And here we need to write add and response message. And after that, here we need categories, like so all the categories we need over here, so for that we need to write like this. Okay, after that we also need to import few things. So let me write here inject, and after that mat dialog data, this one, and after that public dialog data, and it should be any. And then we have to import form builder this one, and private product service we also need to call, so product service this one. And after that public dialog reference, and then we have to write mat dialog reference this one, and we need to pass the product component, this component which we are writing the code, this one. And after that, here we need to write private. We also need to call the category service we want to use to get all the categories. Okay, so for now we are going to import it. And after that, we need the snack bar service and snack bar service, this one. So all these things we need in this page actually. So after that, we have to create the form. So here in this place we are going to write this dot product form, this one, is equals to this dot form builder dot group, this one. And here we just need to pass the name, and it should be null, and validators, this one, dot required actually. And after that, we also need to import validators dot pattern, and from the global constant, this one, dot name regex, we need to import this one. And after that, the next will be for category ID. So category ID will be there, and it should be null, and validated and required. In the same way, we are going to copy it for 2 times over here. So let me paste it 1 and 2. So this will be for price, and this will be for description, and then after that, this model is also going to use it for edit also. So for that, we need to write this dot dialog data dot action is equals to edit. In that case, we need to write here this dot dialog action will be edit, and this dot action is equals to update, and this dot product form dot patch value, and this dot dialog data dot data inside of that. And after that, here we need to create a method actually to get all the categories which are exist in our database. So for that, here we need to write get categories, and here we just need to write this dot category service start get categories, and after that subscribe this one, and here we need to write response any, and here my bad, and here we need to write this dot categories, this one is equals to response. So whatever the response we are going to get, we are going to directly pass it over here. So after that, here we need to write error if any. In that case, we need to display, so if error dot message, then we need to this dot response message is equals to error dot error dot message, else this dot response message is equals to global constant dot index error, this one, and here we need to pass this dot snackbar service dot open snackbar, this one, this dot response message, and global constant error, this one we need to pass. And after that, we just need to call this method over here. So in this ng on it, here we just need to write below this dot get categories, and we just need to save this. After this method, we have to also write few more methods actually we need to create. So for that, handle submit. So whenever submit button is we are going to hit, in that case we need to call this one, and inside this, if this dot dialog action is going to be edit, if this condition is going to satisfied, in that case we are going to call this dot edit, this one method. Okay, this method is not yet has been created, so let me create that first. So edit, and one more method we need to over here, so add, and here we need to call the edit method, or after that else this dot add method, this one we need to call, and after that we need to call we need to, whenever the add method is going to call, so we need to call a API, right? So for that we need to write a form data. So we have to create the data first, we have to get the data from form first, value, and then we have to write a var data, and here we need to write name form data dot name, so category. So let me do one thing, let me copy paste this 1 2 3, and after that we have to just copy this one, paste it over here and here also, and after that the same way we have to write a price, let me paste it over here, and description, so description we need to write. So all these things we need to send it in the backend whenever we want to add a new product. So this dot product product service we need to call service dot add, and data dot subscribe, and here we need to write response any, and in this place we have to write this dot dialog reference dot close, this one, and after that this dot on add product dot emit we are going to do as just toss this dot response message is equals to response message, and this dot snackbar service dot open snackbar, and in this whatever the response message we are going to get, we are going to just pass that, and there's a maybe chance that error occurs, so in that case we have to write error any, and okay, it should be not like this. Here we also need to write like this, and we are going to copy the same error part, this part from here. So let me copy this line of the codes and let me paste it over here inside of the error. Okay, and you can see add is completed, add part has been completed. So what we are going to do is we are going to copy the same lines of the code. Okay, and let me paste it over here. So after that we need to do some modifications which is required. So first we need to pass the ID. So this dot dialog data, from this data from data dot id we need to pass it from here. After that we need to call the update service, so update service, and then we have to emit on edit actually, so edit product, and other than that all the things will be related to edit and add method will be same. This will like show the success message. If any error occur, in that case it will trigger a handle by this one. So after doing writing the code, we also need css related to this. So we are going to the sign up page and sign up css. We need to copy this one, and then we have to just paste it over here, and let's save this. And after that we have to move to the HTML part of this one, and here actually we need to write mat toolbar, this one, and the color will be primary, and mat toolbar raw, this one, and here we have to write fx layout raw, and span class title center, and here we just need to write here dialog data dot action, and here we need to write product. Okay, so the header is ready, and now we have to write the code for this one. So mat dialog content we need to write like this, and here we need to write class mat typography, and here we need to create the form, and the form group will be product form, and after that here we need to create the div and the class, and the class, okay, not class like this, we have to write use flex here, so flex fx layout, and here we need to write column actually only, and after that div, and here we have to write fx layout, and here we have to write raw, and it should be wrap type. Inside this actually we have to write here mat form field, this one, and the appearance will be fill, and fx flex mat label, this one, and here we need to write name. After name we have to write input, and input will be mat input this one, and form controller name is equals to name, and it is required, and also need to display the error. So mat error and star ng if condition product form dot controls dot name dot touched, and after that controls dot name dot invalid. So after that we have to, okay, so let me decrease the size of this one. Okay, here we miss this one, and here we just need to write span and star ng if, and here we need to write product form dot controls dot name dot errors dot required. In that case we need to display this field is mandatory. You can also write required as per your choice. And after that, okay, it's giving us some kind of error, unexpected HTML. So here actually we also missed this one, and you can see error has been removed. So after that span star ng if, and in this we also need to validate the pattern. So let me copy this one and let me just paste it over here, and we just need to change the pattern. And after that here we just need to write this field is invalid. We want to display this message. And after that what we need to do is one, like, let me show you first what we have created till now. Okay, we did not connected all those pages, so leave it for now. So let me copy this line of the code and let me paste it over here. And after that first we need to change the name. So I want to get it price, so I'm going to write here price. Let me copy this one and let me change at what all the places where the name is there. So I'm going to write paste it over here, paste it over here, paste it over here. You can see the form this input is changed according to this price, right? And after that we want to display the category actually. So I want to wrap these two things in the same line, so that's the reason I'm going to write in inside this one. Okay, so here I'm going to write mat form field, and the appearance will be fill, and fx flex this one, and mat label, and here we have to write category, and it should be mat select actually. So mat select this one, and here we have to write form controller name. Let me move a little bit up this one, and the name will be category ID. And inside of mat select we have to give the options of mat options, this one, and for that we are going to use ng4, and here we have the array has been created, right? So we are going to use that. So category of categories, this one, and the value will be that ID of that category dot ID, this one, and here we just need to display category dot name. So like this we want to related to category we want to display. So basically this, from this we are going to get the category ID as a value, and whatever the name of that category, particular category, we are going to display it over here. So this div related to one line, price and category. We are displaying the same line. After that, we want to display the description, right? So for that, we are going to copy this line of this part of the code, this part, and we are going to paste it after this div. And here we just need to change in the name. So let me copy the name, what we have, description at last. So let me change the description, and here we need to change description, and here we also need to change description. Okay, after, you can see the form has been completed, UI has been completed. So now we need to put some buttons over here. So dialog dot actions, we need action, this one we need, and it should be aligned to be center. So after that, button and matte raised button, this one, and the color will be primary, and the type will be submit, and we need to click, so handle submit, this one we need to call. And after that, we also need to disable this one, so not product form dot valid and product form dot dirty. And after that, we just need to write here action. Let me format this one. So let me right click on this format. You can see this we write over here, so the action. And after that, to close the form, we also need to write, so here we need to write here matte raised button, this one, and the color will be primary, and my matte dialog, close this one, delete this part and save this. So this is related to product. We are done with the coding, and now we have to move to the manage product. And here we need to call all this dialog, and we have to do the operations. So let me move over here, and let me move to the handle action, add action. Actually, we need to call this method. So const dialog config, this one, and new matte dialog config, this one, dialog config dot data, and the action add, and here we have to write dialog config dot width 850 px, and then after that, const dialog reference, this one, this dot dialog dot open, and here we need to pass that product component, this one, and then we have to write a dialog config we need to pass, and we also need to route subscribe this route, so events dot subscribe, and then we have to close the dialog whenever the route has been changed, like okay, it should be close. Okay, not dialog config actually, so dialog reference, this one, and after that, const sub and dialog reference dot component instance, this one, on add product we need to subscribe, and we need to get the response, and here we need to write this dot table data, we need to call this one, and save this. After that, the next what we need to do is we have to write the code for edit method. So we are going to copy this all the lines of the code and we are going to paste it over here, and here in this place we are going to change to edit, and inside this we have to write a data values, and after that we also need to change here on edit product. Okay, so this three changes we need to do, four changes. Okay, so this related to edit, this one and this one. Okay, three only. So after edit, the next will be like delete. Actually, sorry, edit. After that we have to go for delete. Okay, so before moving to delete, let's test it out add and edit part. So here you can see. So let me click on add and let me write a test. Let me price a 1 2 3. Let's write cake and test description, and let me click on OK. Here the button is not visible. Okay, there will be some mistake, not a problem. You can see product added successfully. Here you can see the data. Let me click on edit. You can see visible, right? So let me open this one. Let me go to the product, and here we did not write anything, so let me write a close. So let me move back over here. So let me click on add product. You can see the close button is visible. Okay, so let me try to edit it. You can see the data has been populated successfully over here. So let me write a 1, let me write a 1, and let me also write a 1. After that, let me change to pizza 1, and let me try to update it. Product updated successfully. You can see test 1 pizza 1, test description 1, and 1 2 3 1. You can see it means that add and edit is working fine as expected. Now let me move back over here in the manage product and in the delete part, and here we need to write const dialog config, this one, and new mat dialog config. This one we need to call this one, and sorry, my bad. And after that, here we have to write dialog config dot data. We need to pass the data, so in the message, and whatever we want to delete, so delete, and put a space over here, plus then we want to also, as we need to first display the confirmation, so for that we are writing the code, so the name, and after that we have to write product like that, and this we are going to pass for confirmation. As in the logout we are using like this, so let me show you what we are trying to do. So it will show like that, are you sure you want to delete that product? So for that we are doing it, writing the code, and here we have to write cons dialog reference, this one, and then this dot dialog open, and here we have to call the confirmation component, and dialog config we need to pass, and const sub is equals to dialog reference, this one, component instance dot on emit status change dot subscribe, and response if we get any, and here we need to write ngx service dot stat, this dot deleted. Okay, so here we are going to create a method also, so let's write here, so delete product, and it will accept only id, and like that, and this dot delete product, and in this we just need to pass the value dot id, this one. Okay, values dot id, and this dot dialog reference dot close, we also need to close that and just save it. Okay, so if we try to open this one and if I click on it, you can see, are you sure you want to delete black tea product? So that's the reason we are doing that. So let me close, click on no. Let me move over here. So here we need to call the product service, and let me move a little bit up. Then we need to call delete and we need to pass the ID. Then we have to subscribe, and then we have to also write response any, and here we need to write this dot ng service dot stop. We need to stop that, and this dot table data, we need to call this method also, and this dot response message if we get, so response message, and this dot snack bar service dot open snack bar, and this dot response message, and here we need to write success. And after that, if there is any error occur, in that case error any. So inside of this, what we need to write is, we are going to just copy it from here. So this is the part we are going to copy paste from table data. Let me move back over here. Let me paste it over here. So if any error occur, we are going to stop this loader and we are going to display that error, and if else condition is there to display that error. Okay, after that we have on change. Okay, let me test that first. This one, delete one. Let me move back over here. So let me try to delete this one. Yes, something went wrong. We are getting the, okay, we did not saved it, maybe that's the reason it's giving us error. So let me try to delete it again. Something went wrong again, we are getting I think we have made some mistakes, so let me check it out. Okay, so the mistake is inside the service actually. So let me move to the delete service, and it should be not patch, it should be delete type. Let me save it and let me close this product service, you can see, which we have created a few minutes ago. Let me try to delete it again. So let me click on yes, you can see product deleted successfully. Okay, after that we have to write the code on change. So where data, and here we are going to write like this. So a status, if a status, sorry, a status dot to a string, we need to convert as a string, then we need to pass actually, so ID, and whatever the ID we are going to get, we are going to directly pass it. So data has been ready, so we have to just pass this one. So this dot product service dot update status, this one, and in this we just need to pass the data dot subscribe, and here we need to write response any, and here we need to just write ng service dot stop this dot response message, and this dot snack bar service dot open snack bar, this dot response message, and success, this one. And here if any error occur, in that case we also need to display. So let me copy paste it from here. So let me copy paste it from here, and let me paste it over here, and let's save this. Let me move to the UI part, and let me try to product status updated successfully. Let me open this one, let me open the network tab, and let me click on this one. And if I go to this one and winning preview, product status change successfully. If we go to the, okay, so let me refresh this, you can see, let me read this, let me refresh, you can see it's still disabled. It means that data has been this like product has been disabled. So you can see all the functionality related to product we have implemented. So this is all about product part of cafe management system project. I hope you guys like this video. So please hit like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.